Matthew is my dad, and he is super sweet and super sappy. Every time a country love song came on in the truck, he'd look me in the eyes and sing it to me. And yeah, he knew everyone. And his favorite colors were green and blue. Yeah. And he didn't like animals, but he always had a pet. He had a couple dogs and a couple cats one time, but that was pretty much it. He has wanted to be a firefighter since he was little. It's the only job he's ever wanted. It's not the only job he's had, because he's had a couple part-time jobs, but it's all he's wanted to be like his entire life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grandma Rosie has pictures of him being a little kid in firefighter uniforms. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm his ex-wife, Samantha's mom. He was a great man, very compassionate, would help anybody. I always called him Rand McNally because he could tell you anywhere you needed to get in Indianapolis. He always used to make fun of me because that's not one of my skills. I used landmarks, and Matt knows everything. Very, you say very social. Matt knows everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody. Very social. Worked at several different fire departments, volunteered. Daddy did dispatch for a while.
He did?
Yeah, when you were little. Oh. He was a dispatcher. So, just a great human being. Samantha made Matt the happiest. She was the apple of his eye. Apple of his eye. I would say after Samantha would probably be Gracie, his granddaughter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Samantha and him were two peas in a pod.
Might sound a little conceited, but I think it's true. We would hang out all the time. There was this rock outside of his old house, and we'd always go outside and hang out out front, and I'd always climb on it. I don't know why, but I did. I remember I liked it because it was sparkly.
Remember Daddy would take you rides on his motorcycle?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'd take me on motorcycle rides for like hours at a time, and pretty much any time I wanted. He was a great dad. He was always like super sweet. He was always concerned about me, and we always did fun things together. I don't know, he was just like a really good dad. He'd always listen to me like really well when I had a problem, and he'd always try to fix it, but sometimes I just wanted him to listen and I didn't want him to fix it. Kind of miss him a lot.
Yeah, he would do anytime Samantha needed something, unless things are different if you're at the firehouse 24 hours, but he would always come over if I called him and said, hey, Sam needs such and such, or Sam just wants to see you. I don't care if it was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, he'd at least come over and see her. So, yeah.
Yeah,
That was his girl.
I'd have nightmares when I was little. And we'd call him, and he would be over there in like 5 minutes.
Yep, we'd call him at midnight. He'd be on the phone, yeah.
Me and my Auntie Jennifer and Tyree and Grandma Rosie, we all went over there for dinner one night, and they took us around the fire station, and they just told us a bunch of stories about him and about how we always talked.
They had dinner for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said that we could come over anytime we needed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a guy named Todd. I don't really know what his job is there, but he's stupendous. He helped Grandma Rosie and stuff with the funeral, and then afterwards he's helped me coordinate all this stuff, like with Samantha, and they had a memorial downtown Indianapolis, and he took us to that. And it's been, anytime I need something, we wanted pictures of her dad in fire gear for actually here, and we didn't have any, and so he gave me phone numbers of some people, and some of them I know, some of them I don't, But we probably got 25 or 30 pictures of Daddy.
And we got a lot. I
Yeah.
didn't look through all of them. I found the one I wanted pretty quick.
Yeah. She wanted a picture of her dad in fire gear because he wasn't a dress-up type of guy. So her favorite way to remember him is in his fire gear. So, yeah. I think anytime if we needed something, any of them would be there whether they knew us or not.
I'm gonna remember him as super sweet and super sappy guy that was always there when you needed him, and he was everyone's friend. I don't know how, but anywhere me and my dad went, he always knew someone.
And to look at him, because Daddy's what, 6'5", 6'6"?
I think
Something like that. Big guy. So to look at him, you're kind of like, but he's probably the biggest teddy bear that you ever knew, and he would do anything for anybody.
Other people always said that he was super helpful.
Jokester.
Yeah,
At the firehouse.
And super nice. They always said he knew everyone and that he was larger than life. Like, they had nothing bad to say about him.
And kind of knew, he's been around the firehouse so much, he just knew everything.
There was this one time, it's the one time I was late to school it's the only time I was late to school because of him. Yeah. But that memory really showed me how much he cared about everyone. So we were driving and there was this car crash on the side of the road. No one was hurt. But he stopped the truck. Well, he pulled over, he stopped the truck. He told me to stay in the truck. And he went up to where the car crash was and he made sure that they were all okay. And I think he stayed there until the police or the firefighters arrived. I don't remember which ones came, or if both came.
Yeah, I would just say Matt was bigger than life. Just bigger than life.
I've learned that if someone needs help, then help them, because it's not gonna hurt you. Because if anybody ever needed help, he always stopped to help them, and I want to be like that. He only ever wanted to be a firefighter, and when he was little, I forget how old he is, but he called 911 just so he could see the fire truck drive by. And when Grandma Rosie found out, she had to go out and apologize to the firefighters, and they were cool with it. And they let my dad just sit in the truck and look around and everything.
I had never heard that story. That's hilarious. It doesn't surprise me at all, but yeah.
Grandma Rosie told me that story.
Yeah.
Oh, I got another one. I was in elementary school for this, I think 5th or 6th grade. And I was gonna go be in a parade with my dad. And this old fire truck that they had at the station that he was working at the time. So he comes to pick me up from school, and I was expecting him to come in his truck, but he comes rolling up into the parking lot to pick me up in the entire fire truck. And I just hop in and we go to the parade and I get to ring the bell a lot. No, it was great. Me and Daddy had a lot of fun.
With that smile on your face, here's to you. And what I wanna raise to this moment we share, to the love